A look at the prominent news in the defense sector today. The highlights: Indian Army conducts anti-tank guided missile exercise at 17,000 feet in Sikkim. Hindustan Shipyard terminates the contract with Turkish firm in Navy's project. Bell has introduced a zero-emission USV for hydrographic surveying and coastal surveillance. Indian Navy aces P-8I aircraft landing gear replacement in record time. Russian forces use RPO-A Shmel destructive man-portable weapons against Ukraine positions. Ukraine forces destroy 6 Russian air defense systems in 1 week using drones. French company Eurenco announces plans to increase gunpowder production, and Russia launches Angara A5 heavy lift space rocket from Far East Space Complex. The Trishakti Corps of the Indian Army conducted a training exercise of anti-tank guided missile at a high altitude area in Sikkim. The missile firing detachments from mechanized and infantry units of the Eastern Command participated in the training exercise. Turkish firms will no longer play any role in the construction of the Indian Navy's fleet support ships, as Hindustan Shipyard has terminated all its arrangements with them. Turkish firms were earlier roped in by HSL for the construction of 5 warships for the Indian Navy. The shipyards would now carry out design work on the project on its own. Bharat Electronics has introduced a zero-emission unmanned surface vehicle for hydrographic surveying and coastal surveillance. The USV is solar-powered, promoting sustainability by reducing emissions and fossil fuel dependence. It's designed for various applications, offering advantages like risk reduction and low operational cost. Indian Navy successfully completed the first landing gear replacement of a P-8I aircraft in 6 days. The operation was carried out at INS Rajali by a composite team from AI Engineering Services, Mumbai, and the Indian Navy. The P-8I is crucial for India's maritime surveillance and reconnaissance, with a functional landing gear system being essential for safe operations. Some news from the war zone. The Russian forces conducted several assaults on Ukrainian army positions using one of the most destructive man-portable weapons called RPO-A Shmel, which can fire a thermobaric rocket. This type of rocket is particularly destructive because it generates a prolonged, intense blast wave and high temperatures by dispersing and then igniting a fuel-air mixture. The flamethrower units from the West Group of forces successfully targeted camouflaged strongholds of the Ukrainian armed forces in the Kupiansk area. Utilizing RPO-A Shmel portable flamethrowers, the assault unit from the 1st Guard Tank Army covertly advanced to strategic positions, launching a decisive strike against the Ukrainian forces. The operation destroyed the Ukrainian army's fortified camouflaged strongholds. The RPO-A Shmel, translated as Bumblebee in Russia, is a man-portable disposable rocket launcher designed as a formidable force multiplier for infantry units. It entered service with the Soviet armed forces towards the end of the 1980s, serving as the advanced successor to the RYS. This rocket-assisted flamethrower is capable of delivering both thermobaric and incendiary warheads, making it highly effective against enemy personnel, fortifications, and light armored vehicles. The RPO-A Shmel is described as a single-shot, self-contained, tube-shaped launcher functioning similarly to the RPG-18 anti-tank launcher. It comes sealed in a tube, typically carried in pairs with a man-pack. A soldier can swiftly remove the tube, set it up for firing, and launch the projectile without any assistance. After its use, the tube is discarded, emphasizing its role as a disposable weapon system. Despite their external similarities across models, the RPO Shmel stands out for its ease of deployment and potent combat capabilities. The Security Service of Ukraine released a video footage on 11th of April demonstrating the drones autonomously identifying and striking targets, including the Russian anti-aircraft missile system such as the Buk and the Tor. Operators successfully deployed these systems using drones, likely preceded by reconnaissance and target adjustments assisted by shark drones. Despite the presence of Russian air defense, they were unable to prevent the drones from completing their missions. In just 1 week, no fewer than 6 Russian air defense systems were destroyed. The SPU has recently intensified its use of technology in the conflict against Russian air defenses by deploying a new type of suicide drone similar to the Russian Lancet, equipped with autonomous target acquisition capabilities. This marks a significant advancement in Ukraine's use of unmanned aerial vehicles in conflict zones. In the global news, the French company Eurenco, specializing in powders and explosives, has announced its commitment to invest 500 million euros over 3 years to produce more and faster, an initiative supported by the Ministry of Defense and deemed imperative due to the evolving security environment. Russia test launched its Angara A5 heavy lift space rocket from a facility in the country's far east. It was the first launch of the rocket from Vostochny Cosmodrome. Russia has developed the Vostochny Space Complex as an alternative to Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, which Russia has operated on lease since the breakup of the Soviet Union in 1991. The Angara A5 is part of the new Angara family of rockets that has been developed to replace the Soviet era Proton rockets. It is said to be Russia's main launch platform for its lunar research program. It will also be used to put Russia's intelligence and communications satellites in geostationary orbit. That's the news for today. We hope you are enjoying the news. Please do subscribe to our channel and we will be happy to get a feedback from you. Thank you.